Some of y'all just, you ain't gonna make it. Okay, honey, I'm gonna make a video about this whole deal with some of these comments and behaviors of people. And what did you say? What was James's advice?
You can't have an attention span 10 seconds long and expect to make it if there's a disaster.
So, good morning, guys. Welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. We are on day 4 of 6 full days of rain, and well, we haven't gotten a single drop. Today, we are getting major heat warnings. The heat index is going to be 108. So, we have just completed all of our morning chores over and over. You have to kind of go through several chores several times before you can walk away, at least till noon. And to make sure everybody's got shade, everybody's got water, everything's fresh as much as possible, whatever. So let's talk about this for a second. And because I think that you deal with this as much as I do on a personal basis. This is a theme. This is a problem that we have. And I just want to say, if I make you mad or hurt your feelings, this is not the channel for you. This is not the where you need to be. You need to go on and, well, Days of Our Lives comes on at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I think Marlena's back on the show, so go hit it. There's going to be a lot of people if times get super hard, and we clearly are on the track for it. Have y'all seen all that truck stuff that's out in California? I've been a little bit busy the past couple of days with this heat, like you, and with the holiday. I did some family stuff here at the farm, so I've been a little. I haven't been gone, but we've been doing some other things. We actually tried to play normal for a day or two. That's how I got those cooking videos up, which I thank you so much for all the views and the compliments. You know, I just do things film things as I do them. This is a real channel, meaning like I'm not scripted right now. I didn't think about this till about an hour ago, and that's why I'm making this video now. I made you the chocolate cake video when I was actually making the chocolate cake. It doesn't mean I don't want to hear from you or have requests and things like that. It's just I have a farm and I have a family, and well, I expect you to put your life like that first over me, so I know that most of you understand that I do that too. But this is real. This is real life. I don't have a set. I don't have a fake kitchen with my name on the back. I don't have a cabin over here that I, film videos in, but yet I live down there. We don't do that stuff here. And sometimes I don't film certain things because, well, the kitchen sometimes gets a little bit beyond embarrassing. And, I don't want to embarrass my Nana or my mama. So sometimes things have to wait, It's called being real. It's called real life. You women out there that work and have kids and do your laundry and actually scrub your toilets and feed and water and milk your cows, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, yeah, so we've got like this truck apocalypse, they're calling it, or whatever. Just more just every day. It's just more crap upon crap. I mean, some people, pardon my language, would call it going to hell in a handbasket. And the last thing that we all want to put up with is a bunch of nonsense from people that, frankly, are too lazy to, well, wipe their own behinds. So let's talk about this, and I want to encourage you, number one, to not be this way, and number two, I want you to encourage your kids and your grandkids to work their butts off, because I'm telling you, all the luxuries we have right now may not be working for them at some point. And then what are they going to do? What are you going to do? So here's the deal. So if you think I'm whining and complaining and you don't like it, and you go on too. We're going to have this moment together. So I made these cooking videos this week. And 99.99% of you are loving them, and I appreciate that. Thought it was fun, and put some music on. You know, it's kind of relaxing, you know, put a little hillbilly music on it, and, you know, whatever. And I did in the descriptions put down the ingredients, or I think I put even in the first ones, I could put some basic instructions. Folks, I make my videos, and I'm sorry to disappoint you. I know you think I have a manager and like 12 people that write my blogs and recipes for me, and my magazine should be coming out next week, and I've got my new product line at the Dollar General, you know. No, I don't have any of that stuff. It's just me and my iPhone here that is way beyond what most of y'all have. It's old as the dickens. I started making videos on my kid's iPod. Fact. I mean, that's how high tech I still am, y'all. I mean, not much past that. So I made my videos according to the holiday, because I'm, you know, women and men, we all tend to kind of grill and cook and do things around certain holidays. And so that's what I did. And I actually had, catch this, had a lady complaining because I didn't type out the full instructions on my cake. I made the video, talked fully about it, tried to be cute and fun. It was fun. And then down in the description, I gave you all the ingredients. I didn't retype the whole experience because, see, I had to come out and water my tomatoes and feed my cows and move my kittens and do all kinds of other things, and actually wash my husband's and my boys' underwear and all that stuff. So, ma'am, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I'm not a professional writer. I did dabble in having a blog several years ago, and at this point in the game, I don't see me having one because it is such a time suck. I don't enjoy it. I'm not a writer. I'm a decent writer. I did well in school, but it's just not my thing. It's easier for me to pick up the camera and go. But I did put the basic ingredients at the bottom, and I thought making a quick little video with some fun over the holiday would be great. Well, it's just not good enough for some people. Because, see, people have lost the long-lost art of being able to pick up a piece of paper and a pencil and write down stuff. They expect you to do it for them. See, this is the problem. People expect you to have everything ready-made for them. People don't know how to garden. Don't get mad. Don't you get mad. If you're in that category but you're trying, then I applaud you. But let's be honest, people don't know how to raise food anymore. People don't know how to cook. You know, people don't know how to do a lot of things anymore. That's one problem in itself. The positive is if you recognize your inabilities to do certain things and you try to get up and make yourself learn how, and you start doing it. So there is a means to an end there. There is a silver lining. But if you're not willing to get a piece of paper and write down instructions on how to make a basic cake recipe. Listen, my almost 86-year-old Nana, Great Depression baby, still gets a piece of paper. Actually, she has little note cards. So you know that video the other day that I put up showing you how to make a cobbler, and I hold up that little note card and it shows you the ingredients for the crust or the topping or whatever for it? That's my Nana's handwriting. That's her recipe. That's her getting a pencil or a pen and a note card or a piece of paper, and she's writing stuff down. Listen, most people that watch my channel, about 65% of you are women, and the majority of you are between the age of like 35 and 65. That means you're not that much younger than me, and a lot of you are as old as my mama. So I want to know what happened to the art of a piece of paper and a pencil. Don't get mad at me. I'm sorry, I don't have a blog and I don't have my cookbook out yet. So when I get to that point, you know, I'll do that work for you. But, you know, I had a good time making my video. It's a great recipe. The majority of you love it and appreciate it. But there's a handful of you, meaning like, well, there's just a couple. I mean, I know. But still, it just baffles me that some of you can't. What happened to that? Then I had another lady. Oh, this was beautiful. She's from Wisconsin. She was complaining that I dither. So I showed James that. He said, you mean to tell me he said, well, first of all, she don't look too busy. But second of all, you mean to tell me she cannot sit in her recliner and watch a 10, 12, 15-minute video on how to do something? It floors him to see a man. So y'all think that I'm a meanie weenie making this video. I'm so mean, and don't be worrying about the haters and all that. I'm not. Believe me, I've already banned them. But my point is it is amazing to me how we have gotten to this point. Folks, if you want to learn how to cook something, bake something, milk something, build something, it is not TikTok that's going to teach you. I know that we have all these weird videos on YouTube that are like 2 and 3 minutes long that have millions of views, and they play this weird music, and half the time they're gonna, they're gonna give you botulism on half the stuff they do. But that is not my style. I'm just gonna say it this way. If that is the style that works for you, please go watch TikTok. I don't have a TikTok account. I'm not even on Twitter anymore. I am here. I'm on Facebook because that's where I started, and I have an Instagram account for cute pictures. Okay? This is what I do. Okay? And the majority of you, like I said, I love you. I appreciate you, and you have been so kind to me and my family. So please don't think that I'm trying to be ugly. But do you ever just sit back and go, what do these people do? How do they make it now? How are they going to make it if times continue to erode? Are they for all this? And who is going to take care of them? Is the government going to come in and make them a chocolate cake? Is the government going to come in and milk your cow? Is the government going to come in and teach you how to build a fire and how to make crusty bread? Is that what you think is going to happen? I realize we have progress. Clearly, I'm talking to you on a telephone. I'm filming myself on a telephone. I'm going to connect it to a computer. I'm going to upload it to this crazy thing called the internet. But folks, just because we have all these supposed progress and advances does not mean that you do not need to work your skills as far as basic comprehension. That's another thing. So I put out a video. Let me say this. Oh my Lord, please, Lord, let me say it. Let me fly. Listen. So I put a video out about 2 weeks ago talking about the 13 days till an explosion on inflation. Folks, the video was about being in the garden and et cetera, and I told you, and even put it in the description, I was talking about another YouTube interview. It was on YouTube, an interview through CNBC, and what they were saying. I quoted and gave credit to and sent you to what the mainstream media was talking about in terms of inflation. The whole premise of that video was talking about how people were really going to have to be coming to terms with how expensive things are by July 4th, because that's a holiday coming up within 2 weeks from that time point, that most people will usually go places, buy food, buy fireworks, spend a lot of money. And they are going to find out really fast how bad things are if they haven't already, because they're going to see really quick how expensive things are. Some of y'all out there, now, it was trolls on this one, but they didn't understand it. I'm like, what was your score in reading comprehension or listening comprehension? Did you go to school at all? Because I didn't tell you that necessarily prices were going to go up or down or do anything. I was quoting what the mainstream media, which you probably support and watch every day, was saying to you also. I can tell you right now, things are much more expensive. Do you need to be told that? Fireworks, gasoline, inflation in general is eating people alive. I didn't go anywhere this week. I'm still here taking care of my animals. We haven't done diddly squat, not just because of the heat, but because, yeah, I've got more important things I need to worry about buying and doing than a vacation. If you've gone on vacation, had a good time, and you can afford it, God bless you. That's great. But for those of you that say things just to be buttholes, man, I bet you frustrated your mama and your teachers really hard in school, because I'm telling you, your reading and your listening comprehension. Here's the bottom line. This is my channel. You don't like the way I do things? Unsubscribe. If you don't like the way I look, the way I talk, the music I pick, how I do things, unsubscribe. Just move on with your life. If you're another YouTube channel and you don't like the way that I do things, worry about yours. Don't worry about mine, because I ain't looking at yours. I'm too busy looking at a cow's butt most days and trying to figure out how to, keep my okra growing to worry about what you do. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But I'm not going to coddle people, and I don't even coddle my own children. Okay? Ask them. My boys do their laundry. My boys know how to cook. My boys know how to pick up a pen and a piece of paper and write notes. So if I'm not willing to coddle my own teenage and young men, young adult children, because I want them to be self-sufficient and not to be lazy. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I want you here and I love you. But we're not lowering the bar because somebody's not willing to even get up out of their recliner today. Take that and smoke it in your pipe. We got bigger and better fish to fry, and there's a whole lot going on, and we're going to continue to speak truth. We're going to continue to do what we do. If you want to stick around for the party, come along. Might be a good chocolate cake involved. Don't want to miss that, do you? Love ya. Hope you're having a good week. Please be careful in all this heat. Let me tell you what, and stop watching and reading these stupid articles that are trying to tell you that getting out and gardening is going to give you heart disease and all this other nonsense that's out there. That's a bunch of malarkey. Nah, we'll talk about that on another video. You know the deal. You know the thing right now. We'll leave it at that. Like, subscribe, and share. If you can be here because you can stand it enough, I love you and I appreciate you, and I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for this great nation. We'll see you on the next video.